This is my very first time in doing something like this, so please pardon the overdone hat. I hate hats. If you know me, you know that. And now y'all all know. This is the PlayStation edition, the XRocker Infiniti gaming chair. I personally really like this chair. Now, I thought from a design standpoint that it was very odd. This baby blue, I've never seen this, I don't know if it's baby blue, I don't know what to call it, some funny looking blue. I've never seen it on anything PlayStation, for that matter. PlayStation always has this royally kind of blue, and I don't know who started that theme, but either way, it always got like that type of blue, that weird kind of, I don't know, it's not weird, I love the blue, I love it, but this blue is different nonetheless. However, it looks great. I show pictures to people, not the actual chair, but pictures to people, and they're like, oh wow, that's amazing, how much was that? It's immediately the response people get. Now when they come and they actually see it, they're like, oh, whew, that's sweet. Like, everybody's blown away by this chair, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. The embroidery, it's no phrase, no nothing, it's just high quality. This leather is some type of synthetic leather, which you want, because regular leather has pores, and then it cracks and all that kind of stuff like this. With synthetic, you don't have all that. So you can use a lot of the regular cleaning products to clean this and you'll be fine. So thank God it is synthetic. You have this water flowing effect of emblems coming down with the square, triangle, circle, X deal. All of that's coming down and it looks great. This chair looks amazing. The only thing from a design aspect is, I don't know why it doesn't come with wheels. Maybe someone can tell me why it doesn't. That's not an option. However, I have not felt the void. I'm just used to having wheels. Since I've been using it, I haven't missed the wheels, honestly. I don't roll around my room. That's just me personally. I don't roll around my room often. So I'm assuming if you don't roll around your room, you probably don't need wheels either. Now, from a comfort standpoint, you can kind of see that this chair is much thicker than your DX racers, or I think Razer, their Respawn company makes chairs now, and all that stuff like that. Like, those chairs are like, they look like racing chairs, and they're very stiff like racing chairs, but they give you a pillow for your head, they give you a pillow for your back to make up for the fact that they're kind of stiff. And, you know, this isn't like that at all. This is, as you can see, it's much beefier, it's much thicker, so there's a lot of padding, a lot of cushion. Now, the way it's kind of curved is very interesting, because whether I sit like this, it's fine. You know, if I slouch, I still get cupped into, it has a cupping effect. It's done very well. The armrests go up, they come down. There's no need for a recline feature unless you have a TV on the ceiling. So, I think from a design aspect, this is solid. Now, one thing that I think is important to note with this, anytime you get any Infiniti XRocker chair, you're always going to get your speakers up here, your speakers down here, your subwoofer in the back, and the cool thing is that provides you a 2.1. surround sound setup. Now I know in your mind you're like 2.1, how's that surround? I want 5.1. Well, it doesn't really matter. Fact is that you get actual stereo separation, and that's what you want. Is when something's here, it sounds like it's here, and when it's over there, it sounds like it's over there. When it's here, and it's very clear where everything is, and you don't get this bleed over like it's just coming out of one big boom box. That's not what you get out of this. You get nice, clear, separated sounds. On the other side of that, this is not for music. So if you are looking to play music out of this, it is somewhat enjoyable, sure, but it is not going to replace your audiophile setup. Whether you have that in speakers or headphones, it will not replace that. So do not look for that. Instead, this is going to compete with your sound bars and bookshelf speakers, things like that. If you have a setup where you have a subwoofer and you don't need to set up all those wires, you don't have to do that. Just get this. Even when it comes to your Astro A40s, 50s, your Turtle Beaches, any of those things like that, if you're looking at trying to get something like this for the simple purpose of being immersed in your game, skip it. You don't need it. Get this chair instead. You'll cut down on wires. You won't, because having the mix amp and all that stuff, and then having that connect, and then it's gonna connect to oh god, it's the wiry mess that you get from it. It's just not fun. The cables are long enough for you to move around, but it's just a wiry mess. With this actually can connect wirelessly. So wireless from the standpoint that it does get sound from the PlayStation or your phone or whatever it is that you're gaming on or listening to. It can connect to it wirelessly via Bluetooth. However, the chair itself does need to be plugged in for its own power. So you have one cord that you have to think about. So if you sit really, really far away, like if you're like in the middle of your living room, you might need an extension cord, which may not be pretty. So that's something you need to think about. But other than that, it's getting the job done. I will say, for simplicity's sake, being able to just plug, any auxiliary cable that you have, boom right into the auxiliary port, and then boom right into the controller. That's been pretty fun that you can just do it that simple. But included in the packaging, they give you this module here that you can use, and you can connect directly to. You can connect this directly to the PlayStation through either optical or through an auxiliary or just straight USB. You could do that too. And that really simplifies your setup. Now, it depends on how you have your PlayStation set up. If you don't feel like reaching back there, fine. Just connect to the controller. But you have options. And I'm not necessarily going to show you how to do all of that because XRocker has already provided a video on YouTube that does that and does it very well. So I will link that video in the description. So check that out if you want to see how to do that and how simple it is. Who is this chair for? It's for you. If you have a VR, anything that you're trying to do to stay immersed in your game, that I can't stress it enough. Pairing this with the PSVR is like having, I don't know, it's like you have Universal Studios at your house. That's what it's like. I can't put it any other way than that. I just can't. It is that good. So, after a week of me using it, just to sum it up, this chair is worth the money. How much money? 220 euros is what you'll find on their site. However, you could possibly buy it if you're in the US from Walmart, Amazon. There's different suppliers out there. So if you look it up, you'll find it, obviously. But I think if I can find the link for you, I'll throw that in the description as well. So, please understand, this is my very first video. We are planning to do quite a bit more. Okay, got a regular work schedule, just like most people, and just trying to do what I can to put out these videos. So I want to give a special shout out to XRocker and the XRocker team for being able to send this chair out to me so I can even do this review for you guys. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. Now, for all of you that stayed to the end of this video and actually hit the subscribe button, thank you. We're trying to get to 50, so if you can help me get to 50, that would be amazing. And we can start doing some giveaways. Just we get to 50, I promise you, on the very next video, we will be doing some giveaways. And unlike a lot of other places, it only be but so many people involved, so you'll actually win. So, look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, because you know what's coming. Alright.